Hello, and welcome to the mellow sounds of narration over the top again. So it turns out that there are 4 episodes that Titanfall's beta screwed up the recording levels on. And this is the second of them, so you've already had 1 with narration. And you're going to get 2 more after this one. So there's going to be no game sound. You're going to get the music dubbed over the top and my voice put on over the top, because I've had to mute all the sound that was on the original videos. And it's been a bit annoying, and I'm having to try and remember what I actually did and why, because these were actually filmed a couple of weeks ago. And again, I'm struggling to make redstone repeaters, but I get there in the end. Which is odd, because I went onto one of my other maps and tested it out in creative mode to see how you made them. So I knew how to make them, but I still forgot. Well, I knew it was normal stone rather than messing around with the slabs and things that I was messing around with last time, but yeah, I still struggled. It's vanilla Minecraft, I just don't play it enough. I like all the weird mods and tech hits and abilities and furnaces and that kind of things, so you forget how to make the basic stuff. And if you do forget a recipe, you usually just press U or R and it comes up and tells you what the recipe is and what you can use it for. So yes, I got used to cheating, to be honest. Most of the mods seem to make life easier. But for this, we've just got good old-fashioned Minecraft 1.7.4, I think. So I've decided with this cactus farm that rather than pushing the pistons at the cactuses, I'm going to push glass blocks at the cactuses with sticky pistons, because the cactus blocks that got chopped off sometimes got stuck on top of the pistons. And my theory with this is that if I make a glass wall and the glass blocks slide out of the pistons, when they slide back, the blocks should still fall into the water. So for this design I'm going to need quite a bit of glass, and I'm going to need quite a few redstone repeaters. And I think in the end here I make like 5 just to test it out, and in the finalised design I think there's about 20 to get a long enough delay. So I'm going to need a load of redstone torches, a load of redstone and some cooked up stone. And that gets a redstone repeater. So if you don't know what a redstone repeater is, it's a very simple little part of a circuit, and what it does is delayed a redstone signal. So it's got 4 different settings for delays you can put on it, and if you chain them together you can make as long a delay as you need. So I think 5 gives you a delay of about 3 or 4 seconds before the signal goes back into the circuit. And I end up making it much longer, because if the pistons are firing that fast, I'm not sure that when the glass block is fired out next to the cactus, if the cactus is checking whether it can grow and the glass block is there, then it might decide not to grow. So by increasing the delay, I'm decreasing the chance that the time that the piston fires matches the time at which the cactus is deciding to grow. And here I can't even get out my own automatic doors. But putting down pistons has been the bane of my life. Always seem to go the wrong way. So it tends to be trial and error in getting pistons down. Although I think when I crouch here, it goes down facing the right way. But it might just be the fact of the angle as well. But then I have got it in the right direction, but in the wrong place. So I'm wasting quite a bit in glass building this. But sand is a resource we have in plenty on a desert island. So there's our sticky pistons in place, and eventually there's 3 there at the moment. There will only be 2 in the end because I realise that there's a kind of serious design flaw in the way it's done with the 3, in that any block of cactus that's chopped off that hits one of the other blocks of cactus is going to get destroyed. So the 3 cactuses is a bad idea because we also can't get the water flowing properly in between, and we're going to lose cactus to hitting other cactuses. But it's not a major rebuild, I just have to tweak it slightly in the end by removing the middle cactus. But you can get to see the beginnings of the basic idea of how this is going to work. Although I have forgotten that pistons can only take a signal going straight into the back. Again, it's not something you do very often in Minecraft, use normal pistons. And then I put these redstone repeaters down in the wrong place because I forget they take a signal in from the side. So I've put them too close to the pistons. So there's quite a bit of faffing going on, mainly down to me not knowing what I'm doing. And again, I try doing it across the back when it's got to come out. As you can see, it's come out the side and straight into the side of that repeater, which I forgot they could do. So there we are. That's them wired up properly. And as you can see, we don't get all the cactuses. We've lost 1 on there, and we've lost 1 to striking another cactus. So this is where I come up with the decision that we're just going to lose that middle cactus. And it is the best design decision I make for this thing. Because 2 cactuses gathering everything that we chop off is probably more efficient than 3 cactuses where we're losing up to 2/3 of our cactus blocks. And if we lose 1/3 to hitting other cactuses and 1/3 to not getting into the water flow properly, then we're kind of defeating the object of having an automated cactus farm. So instead of the water flowing out the side, the water is now going to flow out the front, and I'm going to use 2 water sources rather than 1. And I realised that I need sand, and I've just put all my sand in the furnace. Might say, we have plenty of sand. It's just lying all over the ground. Well, it is the ground. So I've got to build this back up to being only 1 deep, and I've got to seal off that part there, And then if I put water source in this back corner, it's going to flow to the opposite front corner. And if I do the same on the other side, then all the cactus blocks are going to be funneled down to this front section here, and I can put my hopper and chest down there. And I'm going to have to build this wall up in the middle eventually, but as I'm going to need to get in and out of there to make more tweaks and things, I don't build it up at this point. So I just build it up high enough so that we're not going to lose the blocks. And I am going to have to put a roof on top of there when I've cooked up some more glass. But at this stage we can run it without a roof to see if it works properly or not. So that's the basic design. There will be a proper glass wall in the middle, and there will be a glass roof on it. But now I'm going to put down the redstone repeaters and see if we can get a delay circuit working. So 5 of these things isn't going to have much of a delay. I think it's only going to be about 3 seconds. Can't remember what the actual delay is on one of these repeaters. But it should be enough to check out the principle. And I can stick in a bunch more repeaters later to make the delay long enough for the cactuses to grow. I'm just working out which side is the input and which side is the output. So there we've got the constant signal down the circuit. That's because the switch is on. What I'm actually going to do is close the circuit into a loop and then just pulse the switch, and then as you can see it flows around the circuit and the repeaters delay it. So the pistons fire off with a delay. I don't need this middle one anymore, so I can get rid of that. And so that's the basic design of our cactus farm completed. We have the glass blocks pushing at the cactuses, we have the water running down into the front, and we have a timing circuit at the back. So now what I need is a hopper and a chest. And again, my recipe knowledge is going to be brought to the front here, or my lack of recipe knowledge, as I struggle to try and remember how to build a hopper. I've done this once in vanilla Minecraft. I've built a lot of hoppers in Tekit for feeding machines, but not that many in vanilla. And if you know anything about hoppers, you can see I've got 3 blocks of iron. I know it's a V and a chest, but it's actually a 5 block V, not a 3 block V. But we get there in the end, and we have our hopper. So basically a hopper catches anything that flows into it, or over it, I think it is. And if you point it at chest when you put it down, it will automatically push those items into that chest. But I'm trying to remember if you have to put the hopper down first or the chest. And then I remember it's something to do with you have to press shift and point the hopper at the chest, because if you don't press shift, the hopper just opens when you press on it. And if you press shift, which is the crouch, it lets you attach the hopper to the chest. Now you see items are flowing into the hopper and going into the chest. So that should be a completed cactus farm. All I've got to do is sort out putting a longer delay on it so the cactuses have time to grow before the piston fires. But we have our redstone circuit, which is one of the challenges. You have to build something with redstone. And we have an automated cactus farm. And what I do is leave this running, so at the beginning of the next episode you'll get to see the results. Thanks for watching.